Hey peeps, sorry about the snoring. JJ's sleeping. I wanted to do a bit of a transition update. Yes, I'm shirtless. Deal with it. Um, I recently changed to the androderm patches. That's these little things. I have to wear 2 a day. Um, Currently my arms are not happy in the previous spots I was putting them because it's been a couple days. I'm on my 4th set of patches, so technically 4th day, and I know the effects are drastically different depending on the person, especially if you were on injections first. I was off T for about 3 months due to having issues being able to travel to get my prescription, and then when I got here, because we went from California to New York, in California it's not a controlled substance. In New York it is. In fact, prescription laws are way more strict here. So it took me a little bit to get back on because it's like a 2-hour drive to get to the Planned Parenthood we can go to get back on, because they're like the only one in the area that does it. And until we get our PCP squared away, that's pretty much the only option we had. I have noticed already, I've only been back on for I know math, hold on. 24, 48, I think it's what, 62 hours at this point, maybe almost 70 hours roughly. I've already noticed one big change, which I'm kind of surprised about because I wasn't expecting it to happen so soon. I have not been working out, but my muscle structure is already starting to get a little better. I mean, that's not a major amount, but it's still the fact of the matter that was out of nowhere. I'm guessing it's because I have the patch in this area here. It's because then that means that the muscles are directly getting that testosterone, and I have to wear 2 a day for 24 hours at the same time. So I've got one on both arms. And yes, I know, that seems weird having to wear 2 at the same time, but it's because you're supposed to wear the patch for an entire 24 hours, not 12 hours or whatever, and they want me to use 2 a day. So they just told me to slap 2 on. So I've got that going on there, which is nice. I'm thinking after about a week, you can also put them on your back or your groin, above the groin area a little bit, so pretty much where, like, when you're pregnant, you push in where the uterus is there, where the lump starts, like a little higher up on that, and on your thighs. I think they prefer inner thighs, but you can put them on the outer part of your thighs too. Because of how pissed off this is, right here, I know this is going to happen too. So every week I'm going to switch which body part. So it's going to be this for this whole week, and I'm thinking my thighs the next on the inner thigh. Never my back, because of the fact that I need to be able to easily get to them to take them off and put them on. Because part of the reason I switched to the patch is because my wife is the only one that gives me my shots, and she has a disability called dysgraphia. What that is it's a neurological disorder in which the brain does not properly memorize hand movement. I've explained this before, but for those of you who don't watch my videos, not a lot of people do, so I'm not surprised. For you and I, most people, you just do a W, you just think about it, whatever. Do W. She actually has to tell her hand which exact way to go. Sometimes her brain doesn't like to behave, and her hand will twitch out, or she'll get a really bad migraine, or her hands just won't respond. She's never had, okay, she's maybe had it happen twice in the on and off 5 years I've been on injections, and the worst that's happened is her hand twitched before she got it in, and I got a scratch across my leg. You know, nothing major. But it's the fact of the matter that this was easier for me because she doesn't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about it. It's not as much, because it's 19.5 milligram testosterone per one of these patches. That makes it 40 a day. 40 milligrams. Which I was at half a milliliter a week when it was the injections. So I'm I don't know much about that set of measurements, but I'm pretty damn sure 40 milligrams is not the same as 200 milliliters. I'd have to look that up, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting way less in my system. I also know the effects, like I said earlier, are drastically different depending on the person. I've heard of some guys who are on androderm that if it was very slow, they gained a lot of weight, they were still on having their periods, they barely saw any masculinization. Then I've heard other guys, oh yeah, it was great, I, quickly masculinized, I lost a lot of weight, my muscle mass bulked up, I stopped having periods. So it really honestly depends, just like with any other method of taking testosterone, it's completely different per person. So, as it is, I'm already at a point where it's safe for my voice. I like my masculinity, I don't mind being slightly pretty, kind of slightly boyish looking, whatever. But at the same time, if my voice is a problem, I just drop my voice. Yeah, it's not very deep. Yeah, I need to practice it some more. But, it's an option. So yeah, updating with that. Updating a bit on my wife's behalf because she doesn't do videos because of her anxiety. She just got back on estrogen as well. She ran out about a month ago, and because of the same thing, we had, well, actually, month and a half. But we had to go to Planned Parenthood. We had to, wait about a week and a half to 2 weeks for them to finish the pre-authorizations, and then boom, no problem. Both of us are good. We're not going to have to do a pre-auth. Oh, at least she won't have to do a new pre-auth each month. I might have to. Except, actually, no, wait, because androgen was immediately approved. Originally, they put me on androgel. That got denied after a week long of waiting for a prior auth. I wasn't sure why at first, but we did find out when the doctor told me, okay, so they did decline the prior auth, but I noticed that they have androgen on their preferred list. So once I got prescribed androgen, not too long later, I got something in the mail saying that the reason the androgel was declined is because I have no record of being on androgen. So that's their go-to. They would rather you use the androderm or testosterone shots. One, because this little box here, one of these boxes, people have to spend like $300 on. $300 to $500 for this, for a 30-day supply. And I have to go through 2 of these boxes a month. Think about that. That's Medicaid paying like $600 to $1,000 a month for me to transition. But this is an easier method for me. The androgel, there's a bit more problems because, you have to be very specific about where you put it. You're not supposed to cover it because the air is supposed to dry it, yada, yada, yada. That's why with the androgen patches, even though it's a similar gel inside, this little in the middle, it's the fact that it's covered. It slowly absorbs into your skin. Usually by about 12 hours, I've noticed it's, mostly absorbed from what I can feel by squishing it around. But it's meant to keep it covered so that other people can't touch it. It can't get accidentally wiped off and therefore not be as effective. I like this method. I'm okay if I don't quickly masculinize. And as much as I hate my periods, I would rather deal with those than having to stick myself in the leg every 1 to 2 weeks. So for me, it works. And it's only been a few days, and I've already been seeing some good some good changes. Since it's only been a few days, I don't really have much to go on. And that's part of why I'm making the video now, is because, maybe in a month from when I started again and things like that, I can update more often, and I'll be able to tell then, if the changes are to my liking, if they're too gradual, if they're too fast, if it's just, not working out for me, and my doctor's totally cool with me potentially changing back to injections if this isn't working for me. But I'm okay with where I am testosterone transition-wise, save for my voice. I mean, I'd like to grow some more facial hair, which is part of the other reason I shaved my head recently, as you can tell. So you can't really see my sideburns, because, my god, they're pale as shit. Oh my god. Like, I have actual, you can feel it, you can see it in person, but it's pale. My beard, same thing. My mustache, I have a single fucking thick mustache hair. Right there. That's it. I've got, a little thicker than peach fuzz here, and then that one fucking hair. So, yeah, my dad doesn't grow fantastic facial hair either, so, and, I don't know how much from my mom's side I'm gonna get, so. But yeah, thought I'd update real quick for anybody who watches. Yeah, I will be trying to update more often, especially since I have a somewhat new camera thanks to a friend, and nice quality, nice audio quality too. So yeah, if you have any questions, respectful, seriously, any negative comments will be deleted. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer them. If you, I guess, if you really like my updates and stuff, I'll do the cool thing and ask for people to subscribe wherever the button is. I don't fucking know right now. And yeah. Thanks for watching, if you will.